Previously on Talent Search Cymru. The auditions came to a close.
That was a huge moment for you.
You have such a beautiful tone.
There's not really much I can say. I'm not gonna lie, Joe. I'm kind of blown away for a minute.
We have found some incredible undiscovered stars. Now we have our final 12. All with the hope of the grand title. But who will make it to the next round? Also, for the first time, Kinetic Streets perform as soloists. Tonight, it's the Callbacks.
That was unbelievable.
That is the cleanest I have ever heard you sing.
You are not the same person from the auditions.
You really are something special, I believe.
That wasn't a competition performance then, that was watching you at your own shows.
Are you ready? Opening the show is 11-year-old Riley. After a busy week of learning a new song, here is Riley with Rise Like a Phoenix.
Waking in the rubble, walking over glass. Neighbors say we're trouble. Well, that time has passed. Peering from the mirror, no, that isn't me. Stranger getting nearer. Who can this person be? You know me at all today. From the fading light I fly, rise like a phoenix out of the ashes, seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution you would want. One time transform, one time reborn. I rise up to the sky. You threw me down, but I'm gonna fly and rise like a phoenix out of the ashes, seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution you want. One time transform, one time reborn. So I will rise like a phoenix, but you're my
First of all, Riley, wow, that was unbelievable. You literally rose like a phoenix. To be honest, I was a bit scared for this one because I didn't know how you were going to top your audition because it's quite a big audition, but no, you've topped that. And I think you're amazing. I think you're a star and you're going to go really far in this competition. Well done.
Riley, that was an absolutely incredible performance. I seen you practice this in the week, and I really think that you've nailed it. We gave you a little bit of feedback on the things that you could do to improve, to include that last note. You've done that so well. I'm so proud of you. You deserved that standing ovation. And to be honest with you, the potential you have bringing that into the second week. I'm just so excited for your journey and what we're able to see, because you really, really are something special, I believe. Well done.
This is very different from the auditions. Being up there on the stage, how does it feel? Does it feel different?
I felt a bit more nervous because more people would be able to see me, and
Did you enjoy it though?
yeah.
That's good. In terms of this process, I think you can absolutely shine throughout this. Considering you've come into the callbacks with Rise Like a Phoenix, which is a gutsy song, we can only imagine what's going to happen from you. And I just think the world at this point, in terms of this competition, is your absolute oyster. Amazing. Well done, buddy. Up next, can we have Laura?
Sunday mornings were your favorite. I used to meet you down on Woods Creek Road. You did your hair up like you were famous, even though it's only church where we were going. Now, Sunday mornings I just sleep in. It's like I buried my faith with you. I'm screaming at the gods I don't know if I believe in, 'cause I don't know what else I can do. I'm still holding on to everything that's dead and gone. I don't wanna say goodbye, 'cause this won't be forever. Now you're in the stars and 6 feet never felt so far. Here I am alone between the heavens and the embers. Oh, it hurts so hard. For a million different reasons, you took the best of my heart and left the rest in peace. Take it through all birthday letters, a crumpled 20 still in the box. I don't think that I could ever find a way to spend it, even if it's the last 20 that I've got. I'm still holding on to everything that's dead and gone. I don't wanna say goodbye, 'cause this won't be forever. Now you're in the stars and 6 feet never felt so far. Here I am alone between the heavens and the embers. Oh, it hurts so hard. For a million different reasons, you took the best of my heart and left the rest in pieces. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding, still holding on. Still holding on. Still holding on. I'm still holding on to everything that's dead and gone. I don't wanna say goodbye, 'cause this one is forever. Now you're in the stars and 6 feet never felt so far. Here I am alone between the heavens and the embers. Oh, it hurts so hard. For a million different reasons, you took the best of my heart and left the rest in peace.
Well, first, you should be very proud of yourself, because I think that's a step up from the auditions, if I'm being honest. Just a little bit of work on breath control, but overall, strong performance, step up from the auditions, and well done.
Laura, that was a really good performance. Well done. You should be proud of yourself. So it wasn't a perfect performance, but like Dex said, it was a step up of last week. But I would genuinely consider, if you're successful, maybe getting some advice from us in the week.
In regards to the song, I think the actual song choice was perfect for you. The trouble was from the get-go, the minute the track started and I listened to your voice from last week in my head, I was like, this is way too low for that. That little part at the end where you start to move your voice, that was beautiful. But you're definitely talented and you definitely need to be yours. So be proud of yourself. Every step is a step forward. Just remember that, all right? Well done. Round of applause, guys. All right, guys. So we're going to move on to the next audition now. Up next, can we please have a best of order and a round of applause for Charlie?
Take you somewhere so you know I care, but it's so cold and I don't know where. I brought you daffodils in a pretty string, but they won't flower like they did last spring. And I wanna kiss you, make you feel alright. I'm just so tired to share my night, and I wanna tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up. I'll be so freaking rude, 'cause they always win, but I know I lose. And I sing a song that be just up, but I sang up more to another heart. And I wanna cry, I wanna lose love, but all my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up on another love, another love. All my tears have been used up. Oh.
I mean, everyone's gonna get sick of me saying it, but again, a massive step up from the auditions. I mean, I personally loved your audition anyway, but that was a whole new performance. You took the hand out of the pocket, so you listened. That's really good to see. I love that performance.
Charlie, I just want to say that was an absolutely massively step up from last week. What you have is just natural talent. Your tone is just so stunning. I mean, that was an immense step up. So yeah, there were slight issues with the timing and things, but it's all new to you and you're still learning. But it was a very, very good performance. And if I was you, I'd be very proud.
In terms of what you just done, like vocally, there is still a little bit of timing. And we've gathered that anyway. We established that in the week that there was a timing thing going on. In terms of what you offer as a singer, is so soulful and so current and so unique. And, you know, like Declan picked up 1,000,000,000%. More risks, push your voice more. At this point in the process, we've only just passed the auditions. We don't expect all 12 of you to come out tonight with a star-selling performance sort of thing, with the best performance, best presentation. Is about baby steps. And as long as we've seen development and we've seen improvement, then that is fantastic for me. This was a fantastic step up from your audition. You should be really proud of yourself, man. Well done.
Thank you.
So, on to the next contestant now. Can we please have the best of order and a massive round of applause up to the front for Madison. Up you come, Mad. Hiya, Mad. How was that for you? If it's too high, mind, we can.
That's alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ready for this? I'm loving the dress.
Thank you.
You look ready for stage up there? All right then, so take a breather, right? And when I call it in, the song will start, all right?
I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. 'Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying 'cause you weren't around. And you're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about. Yesterday I drove through the suburbs, 'cause how could I ever love someone else? And I know we were perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay. I'm gone. I guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. And all my friends are tired of hearing how much I miss you, but I kind of feel sorry for them, 'cause they'll never love you the way that I do. Yesterday I drove through the suburbs and pictured I was driving home to you. And I know we were perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. I guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
You're completely right, Joey. That's a massive step up from the auditions. I mean, it was like a different person on stage. That song choice was perfect for you. That song choice is absolutely perfect, and be proud of your performance.
Wow, Madison. You know, last week you left me feeling very intrigued. You took such a big risk in a big song last week. I wondered how you would be able to step that up this week, but you really did. I just couldn't believe you could even do that. It was genuinely such a good performance. Well done.
This sort of shyness that we saw in the audition, how you've developed and just felt a lot more comfortable, and maybe even the right song, I don't know. But something happened tonight that puts you in a completely different league from where you was. So you should be really proud of yourself, because that is the way forward. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Maddie. All right, guys, settle down. Here we go. Up next, can we please have the best of order and a massive round of applause for Zoe!
The city sky's feeling dark tonight. We're back to back with our heads down. Just look at me, give me more tonight. Give me more of your love now. Let's set fire to a lonely night. You're beautiful when you look at me. Let's let go, let it be the start. 'Cause you'll be safe in these arms of mine. Just call my name on the edge of the night, and I'll run to you. I'll run to you. Just give me some kind of reason. I can take the blame, take it all away. Just give me some kind of reason. Let's let go, let it be the start. You know I'm feeling the same thing. Let's let go of our broken hearts. 'Cause you'll be safe in these arms of mine. Just call my name on the edge of the night, and I'll run to you. I'll run to you. Even if it's gonna break me, love, I'll run to you.
Wow, well done, Zoe.
That was the biggest improvement we've seen, in my opinion, from your audition. I mean, you could tell there's still some nerves settling into it, but once you got to the chorus, you completely relaxed into it, and I feel like you just grew as a performer as you were singing. I mean, you could have played it ridiculously safe there, but you didn't. You did take risks, you did go for those notes, you were doing some beautiful runs. But no, that was an amazing performance and a massive step up, so you should be very proud of yourself.
Honestly, that I had goosebumps. Genuinely, when it got to your first chorus, I just had full shivers.
Thank you.
That is the cleanest I have ever heard you sing. It was so polished. It was so good. Definitely the right song choice for you. I echo everything Dex said in terms of how much you've improved in a week. It is actually unbelievable. And I think it's important for you to know that I didn't stand based on the improvement. I would have stood anyway, based on that performance and your vocals there. It was incredible. You should be so proud of yourself. Well done.
Zoe, yeah, you're the type of person who kind of beats yourself up if you don't get something right, because you want everything to be perfect, which is what we all want, all right? Huge step up from the auditions, and I think a lot of people that saw your audition would say the same. What a difference already within 1 week. So can you just imagine what the next couple of weeks can do if you are successful? It's mind-boggling when we see these developments happening. Like a few other people tonight. I think it was Madison in particular. I pointed out when I saw that huge transformation. This was the exact same thing. Huge transformation. You've stepped yourself up. Still got to work on those nerves, but let me tell you now, from the audition to that was a complete different level. So be really, really proud. I think you've done really, really well for the callback. So well done.
Thank you.
Up to the front, can we please have the best of order and a round of applause for Josh!
Josh was previously a part of Kinetic Streets. This will be his first performance as a soloist.
There was a time I was everything and nothing all in one. When you found me, I was feeling like a cloud across the sun. And I need to tell you how you light up every second of my day. But in the moonlight, you just shine like a beacon on the bay. And I can't explain, but it's something about the way you look tonight. Takes my breath away. It's that feeling I get about you deep inside. And I can't describe, but it's something about the way you look tonight. Takes my breath away. The way you look tonight. From your smile, you pull the deepest secrets from my heart. In all honesty, I'm speechless and I don't know where to start. And I can't explain, but it's something about the way you look tonight. Takes my breath away. It's that feeling I get about you deep inside. And I can't describe, but it's something about the way you look tonight. Takes my breath away. The way you look tonight. 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 The way you look
Your voice, for one, is just rich, powerful, endearing. It drags you in. Your energy is infectious. You were just getting into it. You connected with the song. You're awesome.
Josh, what can I say? That was just phenomenal. It really was phenomenal. I feel like you genuinely are like a ready-made star, and I can't wait to see your journey.
That wasn't a competition performance then, that was watching you at your own show sort of thing. So well done. Round of applause, guys. Up next, can we please have the best of order and a round of applause for Kelsey!
fought, we chained our hearts in vain. We jumped, never asking why. We kissed, I fell under your spell of love. No one could deny. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never been so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. I came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah, I just closed my eyes and sun. Let me crash it in a blazing ball. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. I never meant to start a war. I just wanted you to let me in. And instead of using force, I guess I should have let you in. I never meant to start a war. I just wanted you to let me in. I guess I should have let you in. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. Was to break you all. All you ever did was wreck me. I came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah, I just closed my eyes and saw. Let me crash it in a blazing ball. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me.
You are not the same person from the auditions. You are not. I mean, your tone throughout was consistently just on point.
Thank you so much.
You were literally a wrecking ball on the stage, so well done.
Kelsey, you go, girl. That was such a good performance.
Thank you so much.
I love your energy. You are always so excited to perform, and it was really dramatic in the chorus. I liked your use of light and shade. You were very, very powerful in the chorus, like I said. So well done. You beyond exceeded any expectation I had tonight.
Now, when I listen to that, it's got as great as good, and there's still improvement to be made. The fact that you held that note coming back into the next chorus, and you did not shy away from it, it shows me that you are committed. A massive step up in terms of how you come across. Your vocals, I think the song was an improvement again. Well done on a fantastic callback performance. Well done.
Okay, thank you so much.
Up next, can we please have the best of order and a massive round of applause for Jaden!
My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Knows everybody's disapproval. Should've worshipped her sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. Every Sunday's getting more bleak. Fresh poison needs sweet. I was born sick, but I love it. Command me to be well. Yeah. Amen. 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 Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the sign of your light. I tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that, this stand for good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the sign of your light. I tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that, this stand for good God, let me give you my life. Master for sins, when the ritual begins, there is no sweeter innocence than our gentle sin. In the madness of soil of that sadly ugly scene, only then I am human, only then I am clean. Worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that, this stand for good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church, cause I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that, this stand for good God, let me give you my life.
Right, breathe, all right?
First of all, do not beat yourself up for a timing issue. It happens to the best of us. It's happened to me on stage many a time. Just roll with the punches. It happens, okay? Okay. Strong performance. Very brave song choice, I feel. That is a very hard song, in my opinion. It's a great song, and I feel like you've done it justice. There's a few issues highlighted by myself. I'm going to say them. So when you're doing Deathless, when you're going high, it's almost like I couldn't hear you. It just got lost. I feel like maybe it's hard key for you to hit. It's going to be, I mean, we've all got our own range. Breathing wise, I feel like you were pretty solid throughout, but there was a few moments where it just seemed like you had no way left to give.
Jaden, well done. I want you to be proud of yourself and proud of that performance. I know that at the beginning of the night, you had to be talked into doing this tonight. You freaked yourself out and you were like, I can't do this. You need to be confident. You are 1000% talented. You have an amazing voice. You definitely showed us your voice. You are so talented and I want you to keep going, okay? Be proud of yourself.
Let me just tell you how good you are, all right? Because I've got a couple of positives and everything and negatives and everything going on in critique. And I need you to know this because this is so important and it's so important for man to know. I don't know what experience or you work with or anything, right? But there is so much to be done. First of all, you are incredible. You've got the potential. If you put your mind to it, if you focus on your breathing, everything else, and fix all these things that need to be done, right? Outside of this, whether it's with mom or whether it's somebody you know, these things need to be fixed. Once you fix those things, you could completely rip this entire series apart. I promise you that. You've got the potential to rip it apart into pieces. I can see the potential there. This was the problem with this song. This was the very clear problem. Nothing else. What created all these problems was the song was too high. The song was perfect for you. It suited you. If anything, it should have been absolutely remarkable for you. The reason why there was like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know I'm not wrong because I could see what was going on. That was a strain for you. It was a strain. And I was watching him. And in my gut, I was going, he is killing his voice. He is going to end up with a throat infection if he doesn't stop using his voice like that. And it was because the song was too high. If that was in your key and brought down slightly, you would have been so comfortable singing that. You would have been able to breathe. You would have had no problem with struggles, nothing. And it's little things like that you got to learn. And this is where working with somebody, you'll pick up these things. You're not going to pick up those things on stage with pitching and that. If you work with somebody that does singing and stuff, They should be able to tell you these things, that, right, that's slightly out of your pitch. This fine one that sits nice for Jaden's voice. Because we all got different voices. We all sound different. We got different styles, different things to offer. And it's about making the track suit you, not you suit the track. That's where people get it wrong sometimes, see? Like I said to you, please take from this performance that I truly believe if you really get your head into this game with preparation, with learning these techniques you need to learn, you could take this whole entire thing. That's what I feel in my heart and soul. You've got the potential to do it if you sort this out. Jaden, really proud, buddy. Well done.
Right, thank you all very much.
Well done. Ladies and gents, can we have the best of order down to the front for Venom?
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. Well, I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. Well, I know, shining down like water. Seen the rain. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know it's been that way for all my time, till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know it can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Yeah, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yeah, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Yeah, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Thank you. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Again, another step up from the auditions. I felt it was a different Venom on stage as well. I mean, it was just a different song choice completely. I mean, the other one was so angelic and slow, and then this one, you're belting out them harsh notes and practically yelling at us at some points.
Just wait.
I mean, you definitely, what's it called, woke some people up, I can tell you that. If anyone was daring to try and take a nap, well, as soon as you yelled, everyone was like, up start. But no, your musicianship showed through doing that as well. But I feel like the same advice we give to Josh about the eyes. Your eyes were closed for a lot of that performance again. And like Joey said, people can disconnect from that. But no, that was a strong performance and well done.
Venom, wow, well done. I've got to be honest, I didn't expect that from you. I really didn't. And I could really see what kind of, artist you want to be. I felt it suited your tone a lot more. I love that you offered us a little bit more this week with your vocals, and it was just a great performance. Well done.
There is one thing in particular that still needs to be worked on, though, and I want to bring that up because I need you to be careful on how you play in. There's a couple of notes to trip off. To me, you are infectious. I watch you and I'm like, this girl she's in a positive way odd. At this point, I still believe that you are not even at 75% of what you're going to be. Well
everyone.
done.
Cheers. Thank you.
Can we have a round of applause for Hayley?
This will be Hayley's first performance as a soloist from Kinetic Streets.
I've climbed 1,000 mountains, I've walked 1,000 miles, from pennies into fountains, I've hidden hurt with smiles. I don't fall in love, love falls into me. And I know what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but deep down I belong here. All I ever wanted was this, to take a shot I know I won't miss, to hear those words come from your lips. Whatever it is, I'll take the risk, 'cause all I ever wanted is this. Out of 100 no's, you only need one yes. There's no easy road to take me where I need to get. I've been locked down low, they haven't beat me, ain't got everything I need right in front of me. All I ever wanted was this. And I need to wish, whatever it is, I'll take the risk. 'Cause all I ever wanted was this, to find something I don't have to fix, to hear those words come from your lips. Whatever it is, I'll take the risk. 'Cause all I ever wanted is this.
Wow, that was, everyone's gonna get sick of me saying it again, but no, that was a massive step from the auditions. I mean, I think the right decision was made for this competition just to go solo, because you really shone there and you showed a whole different side to you. I mean, you performed, you were going for it, you took massive risks, just working your breathing control. But no, that was just a statement, okay? That was a statement. You should be very proud of yourself, and well done.
Hayley, I am so proud of you, and I'll tell you why. I can imagine that this decision that you had to make was difficult. I couldn't even hear you last week, if I'm honest. So the fact that you've come out and done that tonight is astonishing to me. So well done.
There was a lot of nerves tonight. There was something going on where you was unsure of the words, things. So preparation is key from here out. If you're successful, really prepare these songs. Make sure you know these words, whatever it takes, even if it means that you've got to negotiate song choices a little bit, that sort of stuff. You've got to make sure it works, because I heard that in the week, and I told you in the week that that is a special moment. It was so clean, crisp, in time, on form, and it was just ready. It was ready for recording. Obviously tonight, whatever was going on with the wobbles and that kind of threw away that sort of impact that we had, but I know it's there. The fact that you come out tonight is still a huge development, and 100% I agree. From your audition, from what we heard of you solely in the audition to now, you can't compare them both, because we didn't even hear you in that one, and now you're trying to take my speakers. You know, so this is already an improvement. That's the sort of fight you gotta have. Well done. Right, guys, so up next, can we please have the best of order and a round of applause up to the front for Ian.
door. Tell me what's it for when you don't answer. I've been in disguise, trying to make her lie. Now I'm trying to make it right, but you don't answer. In the night, I wanna hold you tight, but you don't answer. I'm dying inside, but you don't answer. I'm losing the fight, but you don't answer. Made you my wife, but you don't answer anymore. You don't answer. I've been in disgrace, just trying to find my place. I lost my saving grace. Now you don't answer. Now I'm in outer space, just trying to save some face. Steps I can't retrace. Now you don't answer. In the night, I wanna hold you tight, but you don't answer. I'm dying inside, but you don't answer. I'm losing the fight, but you don't answer. Made you my wife, but you don't answer anymore. You don't answer anymore. You don't answer anymore. You don't answer. You don't answer. You don't answer. You don't answer. You don't answer.
First of all, I want to ask, is that an original?
Yes, it is.
Massive step up from the auditions. That song, I feel, is much better than Somewhere Else Instead. Much more structurally sound, much more variation. I felt the chorus was lacking a little bit. They could have been done with more. And I really like that performance. I feel like you've got quite an indie sound. I want to see more of that. I want to see more variation, because I feel like you could just do a variation throughout your song, because it's one tone fits all.
Yeah.
But no, that I like that performance.
Ian, well done. I agree with Deck that was definitely a step up from last week. I definitely think the song was better. I did notice slightly in some of your runs, they were a little bit shaky tonight for me. I think the problem is, especially within a competition, your own original songs have got to stand up to tried and tested hit songs. And therefore, I think sometimes you can get lost a little bit. But well done. I would be proud of that performance.
Thank you.
I know originals are your thing, and there is nothing wrong with that. I love original artists. We all write ourselves. It's amazing. But if you're going to write, you need to write something that sells. But I mean, this was maybe like 3% better than last week. It's the same issue with the vocals that I had last week, where it's a little bit wobbly and it's not perfected. You've got talent, right? You 100% got talent, but there's something not going right to you. Well done.
Cheers.
Final performance. Can we please have the best of all, and a round of applause up to the front for Grace? Wow, Grace, I'm loving the outfit. Look at that. How are you feeling?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
You look, I'm really good, thank you. I'm really, really good, actually. I'm running out of water, but I'm doing good. So Grace, callbacks, you ready for this?
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah?
ready.
You're going to give it everything you've got?
Yeah.
Right? Just you let yourself get right into that song, right? Your outfit looks incredible. By the
Thank
way.
you.
You look ready for the show. It's like you're ready for it. All right, then.
Did you really think I'd just forgive and forget? After catching you with her, your blood should run cold, so cold. No, you're too time and cheap, I ain't wanna be. You're a fool if you thought that I'd just let this go. I'll see red, a gun to your head, to your head. Now all I see is red, red, red. Did you really just say she didn't mean anything? Oh, I remember those words when I come for your soul. Know that you dug your own grave, now you're lying in. You're so cruel, but revenge is a dish best served cold. I see red, red, oh, red. A gun to your head, to your head. Executioner's style, and there won't be no trial. Don't you know that you're better off dead? I see red, red, oh, red. Now all I see is oh, you're so done. Better sleep with one eye open tonight. I see red, red, oh, red. A gun to your head, to your head. Executioner's style, and there won't be no trial. Don't you know that you're better off dead? I see red, red, oh, red. Now all I see is red, red. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, what a way to end.
Wow. I thought I just went to a concert or a gig or something because that was a perfect performance. I mean, I don't know how I'm meant to critique that. I don't really want to critique that, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I think you're amazing and you're going to go very far in this competition and then further onwards afterwards. Well done.
Grace, that is how it is done. You have just smashed the callbacks straight out of the park. You are so professional. You just look like you know exactly what you're doing all the time. That was one of the best I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Genuinely, for me, performance of the night. Well done.
We gathered from the auditions when you came in, this lovely confidence about you, this lovely personality, and then you performed your song crisp, clear, just bang on form. We gathered from there that this girl was born to do this, 100%. We gathered that. What I love about tonight's performance is we really got to see you delve into it with a backing track to see what you can really do once the music's up behind you. And my God, everything just amplifies from what we've seen in the audition by an absolute mile. In terms of what I loved tonight, was, I don't know whether you've done it intentionally from the comments in the auditions where I said about the pop sort of stuff, don't be frightened to play a bit more, but tonight, your runs and everything, you just gracified it. You absolutely ate that song up and made it graces. It was completely different to the original. You were just throwing yourself into it and just testing these things out and just messing with the song. This was definitely the performance of the night.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Now it's time for the judges to decide the top 11.
In no particular order, the first person going through to next week's top 11 is Madison. Well done, Madison. You can make your way down. Going through to the top 11 is Haley. Well done, Haley. You're in next week's top 11. All right then, in no particular order, going through to the top 11 next week is Zoe. Well done, Zoe. Going through is Kelsey. Going through to next week's top 11 is Charlie. Round of applause, guys. Joining them next week is Venom. Round of applause for Venom, guys. Well done, Venom. You're through to the top 11. All right, guys. So, in no particular order, going through to the top 11 is Riley. Well done, Riley. You're in next week's top 11. Well done, buddy. All right, then. Joining them next week in the top 11 is Grace. Round of applause for Grace, guys. Joining them next week in the top 11 is Josh. Round of applause for Josh, guys. Well done, buddy. You're in next week's top 11. All right, we've got 3 of you up on the stage now. 2 more spaces going into next week. All right, then. So, Declan, the reason why, and for you, the person that you would position tonight to leave.
Okay, so my vote goes to Laura. I feel like you just played it way too safe for this competition. Not to say you're not talented, you were amazingly talented, but from your performance, it was just too safe. I feel like you were just one of the weaker of the bunch.
Okay, my vote tonight, unfortunately, is going to go to Ian. You have talent. You know you have talent. I think where I'm struggling is that you have developed into the artist you want to be. I don't want to change that. I don't want to change who you are. I don't want to influence you to sing songs that you don't want to sing, that you're not passionate about. And obviously original songs and promoting that for you is what's important. But I genuinely feel that this season, with this level of standard, your original songs are not standing out. And like I say, I don't want to change that. I don't want to change who you are. I also think that with your experience, in terms of development and the time frame we have for this competition, I just don't think we're going to get you to the level where you need to be. But I wish you all the best. You are so talented, and I hope you go on to do great things.
All three of you should be really, really proud for starters. Like, I just want to briefly catch up on all of you. Laura, I think the reason why you're here tonight is maybe because the performance could have been better, maybe the pitch and things like that. So I hope you can get why that's there. I'm hoping that obviously if you're successful tonight, you'll take this as an impact, say, I need to step myself up. Because I generally believe that you have something in this process. And I believe we haven't got to see that moment where everyone goes, wow, there's Laura, it's in you. I know it's in you, and I know you're capable of doing that. And that's the reason why I'm not voting for you tonight, all right? So well done to yourself. You're safe through to next week. Make your way off the stage. Well done, Laura. All right, boys. Okay, so, Jaden, I want to come to you. I think, obviously, like, the last thing we want to see is this process break you. We don't want that. That's the worst thing. We never want to see that. We're here to help you. It's very easy to get emotional because, like you said, when we had the chat, you said, you know, I could have done better, things like that. It's normal. All of us make mistakes. We're here to learn, all right? What you take from this is that you toughen up and you say, do you know what? I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm going to have bad performances. I'm going to have good ones. I'm going to have things to learn. It's normal. We're all in this industry. We all got to start somewhere. So don't ever be ashamed of having help from people and things like that, because that's how you grow. That's how everyone grows, right? In terms of what you do, I revert back to my comment. What I said to you, and I truly believe that. Fix these little things. Make sure you've got the correct key on your track, the right arrangement to it, the right comfortability for your voice. I believe you could absolutely soar this series. I generally believe that. And look, there was elements throughout that which even the room here was going, oh my God, this guy can sing, you know? But I know we can take that to another level. And that is the very reason that I am not voting for you tonight. So well done. You're through to the Callbacks. All right, guys, so we need to come to you now. Can I have one big massive round of applause for Ian before we chat with him? Ian, look, I want it to be very clear for you now why I think you had the majority vote, but 2 votes rather than 3. And I think the reason why that's been picked up, just so you fully understand, it is because of the lack of quality that I'm seeing in the original. I'm not saying you're a bad writer, please don't take it as that, because you obviously got a passion for it. But in a competition base, it has to be damn good if you're going to go up there and do an original. And that goes for anyone who comes out here and does an original. We know to shine away from them. We love people. We've had many people over the years do original material. Some of them go on and be crowned. It's nothing to do with that. It's all about you bringing the best of what you can do up there, you know? And I think with it being a competition, we have to look at all of you as individuals, what you've done from now and things like that. There are people in this, as you know, that are completely new to this with zero background experience that's got the potential to blow the roof off. So that's the reason why my vote would have gone for you tonight. I do want to thank you though, because at the end of the day, you're still part of the series and you wouldn't have been picked to come here if we didn't think there was something there. So thank you so much for coming along and sharing what you've shared with us. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep enjoying what you're doing. Remember, like we've always said, you are talented. There is talent there. Be proud of what you've done, and thank you for being a part of this series.
Thank you.
Well done, buddy.
How are you feeling right now?
Well, yeah, it's a shame to leave, but you know, it's been an interesting experience, so I've enjoyed it.
Oh, give him a round of applause, guys. Go on, Ian, my love. And that concludes the Callbacks. Tune in next week for our first themed challenge, where the top 11 take on inspired artists. We will see you all next Wednesday at 7 p.m.